Insert back into
That's a sign for y'all to go.
Hey, what's up, fellas? We made it for another week.
what up, though?
And we are ready for our own
Damn.
sports show.
What up, y'all?
How y'all been?
What's up, fellas?
Oh, good. Feeling groovy like a $2 movie.
Shit, it's the best I done felt in about 2-3 weeks. So shit.
That's what's up. What's up?
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I just got back from Seattle.
Oh,
You know just got off a plane from Seattle, Washington. You know what I mean?
This how we gonna start. This how we gonna start.
All right. I was just saying, man. I was in Seattle. That's all I was saying.
You had some good Saints, man. A lot of things to do there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of stuff to do there, right, MrBlaq?
Yeah. Like you can put an NBA franchise there or something like that. I don't know.
Just
Something crazy like that.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
So, man, speaking of NBA, man, let's start with the NBA
Thanks.
playoffs, man.
They got a little playoffs going on right now. What y'all think so far?
There's a lot of parity. I don't think it's gonna be no hardly sweeps. People are showing up to play, giving them the best shot. My biggest story is the KD not playing thing. I think there's something going on there.
Yeah, he missed the first game, but he came back the second game last night.
He did play last night, but
he did?
Yeah, he back.
So,
they said in practice, I guess he bumped knee, hit somebody knee and shit, you know.
I don't really think Kevin Durant is the biggest story there. I think as an organization, we've been talking about fans, analysts, everybody's been talking about the lack of them having a point guard. So I think that is the biggest story with the Rockets. Because they shouldn't be. We're talking about a Lakers team without Luka and Austin Reeves, which are the two best offensive players without a doubt. So it's like Houston shouldn't be struggling. Even if you missing Durant the first game, I still feel like Houston should be good enough to beat the Lakers without those two players.
But
if it's Luka and Austin,
you ain't got no point guard though. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody who can run the show.
Right. So I heard Chris Paul was brought up as like, what if y'all would have went and got Chris Paul? another. Hey, quit hating on Chris Paul. But look,
at this stage, no.
What you mean? He better than anything else they would have got to try to go get at point guard. Like, as far as if you're talking about a floor general that's gonna get people in the right spots, that's gonna bring veteran leadership to that. I would rather have him right now than nothing. So that's all I'm saying. But overall, I think we have some intriguing matchups. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves, the Hawks and the Knicks is turning out to be a better series than I thought. I think, man, it's some intriguing matchups going on, and it makes me excited for the rounds to come.
Yeah. So what has been the most interesting? And I can't say that I've been paying attention to all the games and watching them like that, but I have been keeping an eye on them. Shout out to Wemby, by the way. Unanimous defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Got to give him his props on that.
Yeah, speaking of him, I'm gonna need him to have a little bit more control when you drive to the basket. Holiday pulled that chair real nice.
Right.
To answer your
He's out with a
question,
concussion. He's in a concussion protocol.
Yeah, so he probably out the next 2 games.
They thinking Sunday. They thinking Sunday at the earliest. So to answer your question, Big Will, I think it's a matter of preference. We all been awaiting the debut of Wembyamba, you know what I'm saying, and seeing what he was going to do when he got his chance to get into the playoffs finally. Yeah, I say finally, like he ain't been in the league that long, but I'm just saying we've been waiting to see what he's going to do on bigger stages. So I would say he's been fascinating. That alone, I would say the Hawks and the Knicks are fascinating just because it's a series of just good basketball, just watching, teams go at it. Competitive, right. And I would say the Wolves and the Nuggets, because just Ant-Man, man, and that, they don't like each other, bro. And that's always, to me, better
he been
basketball
they
don't like each other.
They took that last game, started talking trash, like, Denver ain't got no defense. So they I'm interested from, like BGezy said, it is a lot of parity. Besides the Thunder, they seem like the only team that's handling, like, all these series feel like they can go either way, or it's like, I don't trust nobody. Like you don't know the people who's supposed to be the favorites, how strong are they really? It's
right.
I like that it's not no foregone conclusions, because some of the years previously that I've not liked is that who's gonna win. It's like, man, we knew the Warriors when they had those stacked teams. We knew the Miami Heat when they had those teams. Like, we knew, we just knew at times who to expect in the finals. And this year, to me, I can honestly say it could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be anybody that'll be there in the finals. So that excites me as a fan of just competitive basketball. It's like, you got the people. Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all a question. Obviously, I'm from Orlando. It's the home team, but I don't necessarily deal with them like that. But do y'all think that them winning that last game showed more about Detroit or whatever? Or do you think, like, I've seen losing Magic teams for years. So most of us don't really believe in them. But is Detroit getting exposed a little bit?
Not this game.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I just think they're out of rhythm. I think they're out of rhythm.
The strong teams, that's supposed to be your 1 seed. They got hit in the mouth, but they returning it tonight. So
I don't know if that's a fair assessment, because Cade Cunningham was out all that time. So he missed he missed some significant time. You know what I'm saying? So
he's still a 1 seed, right?
Exactly.
I get what you're saying, but
and
they
were winning with him
rhythm.
and without him.
And right.
So
now you want to put it all on one man, or what are we doing here?
Well, I'm saying that rhythm matters. When you say one man like that, that's the leading scorer. That's the floor general. That's the person that's running the team. That's the person largely responsible for them being the 1 seed. So you can't just say one man like that, because it's like that's the most important person on the team. So when you put him back in the mix, well, now we play differently. We don't play the same without Cade Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? We play a different way when we have them. So to me, it's more about them getting back in rhythm and getting back to the dominance they showed in the regular season. I don't think Orlando is any slouches. I think Orlando is still like a piece away, to me, from being like a serious, like, we got to pay attention to these guys. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is also, too, BGezy, about Orlando, they were looking good coming into this year. There was a lot of expectations. They went out and made that big trade for Desmond Bane. They really they underperformed this year from what they should have been. And also Pablo, he didn't take that next step. Like, I don't know.
He was hurt.
Either way, he didn't take it. Like,
I'm with you.
So
for me,
that's part of it with them. Go ahead.
It's more about the Pistons, and I say this just because They probably, in my opinion, overlooked Orlando, even though they're the 1 seed. They probably was feeling themselves. They thought they was gonna come in and we're gonna blow them boys out. They probably took them for granted in that first game. They
Plus
had King
Orlando, they kind
coming
of
back, and
limped
they're like,
into
okay,
they
we
limped
gonna
into
we gonna
this.
let him do his thing. You know, he's back now, so he's gonna lead us. They probably put too much on him too fast in the first game, but clearly they were bouncing back this game. So it was close. Like it was tied at halftime, 46-46, and then they went on a 30-3 run. So I think they back to where they're supposed to be now. They're playing like they need to play in this playoffs. They probably needed to get that foot in their ass in this first game to say, hey, it's not the regular season. This the playoffs. So they got to step the game up. And that's probably what happened. As far as Orlando goes, in my opinion, yeah, I mean, they are like that bottom tier playoff team. They are looking to move up. My opinion, they probably going to fire their coach. This is what I'm hearing. They probably going to fire their coach and get Billy Cunningham and Billy
Donovan. Yeah, y'all fired. He
Donovan.
walked away from y'all.
Yeah, and it's good that he did because this is a rebuild. He don't deserve that. So he probably deserves to go to a playoff team to see if we can do with him. That's a good fit, being that he coached all them years at Florida. So it's a good fit for him. That's why I think they're waiting on it. Then next year you can probably see them making a bigger leap in the playoffs.
Who y'all think on, if y'all had to predict, who makes the finals in each conference?
I'm taking the Thunder in the West. The East is hard. I'm leaning towards the Celtics just because to me they are the most stacked, and I probably trust them a little bit more. I trust them more than anybody. So
Right.
And
Same.
to me, it's Thunder versus Celtics.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with because I don't trust nobody else.
I think it's a caveat of this injury because Wembyama be scaring me a little bit with, just seeing how he coming off sometime as a little fragile. Like even when he fall, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
why
on
I'm
the
saying
court,
the way he
hold his-
drove. Yeah.
It's like but if he's healthy, I'm picking the Spurs. Is
Okay.
who I'm rocking with if he's healthy. I'm
Okay.
picking the Spurs. I know people are gonna feel like it's a little early for the Spurs, but I really like that kid's drive and his competitiveness. And when you put that in somebody that's 7'5", it's hard to stop that. You gotta stop themselves, really.
Yeah.
So I don't think Chet has got nothing really for Victor if they face off. He's the closest thing to maybe being to slow him down. But I got the Spurs coming out the West and at the East. Yeah, I honestly don't think that I trust anyone more than the Celtics. I would like to say, teams like the Cavaliers. It'll be nice to
Yeah,
see
I
them
see
get
you,
back.
Mr.
Um,
TMI. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't believe he make it.
but yeah, I would say the Celtics are the only team that I trust. That's if we fast forwarded tomorrow to the finals and the Celtics was there, I wouldn't be surprised about that at all.
Yeah.
So that would be my picks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only team in the East that you can trust is the Celtics. They proved it in the playoffs. So they won the championship, right? A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Last year, right?
Was it last year?
Wasn't
No,
last
it was the
year?
year
No,
before.
it wasn't last year.
Year before.
Thunder won last year. It was the
Oh,
year
right.
before.
Year
It was
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are proving out of all those teams in the East. I mean, that next round, if it ends up being Detroit versus the Cleveland, that'll be a good matchup. Whoever comes out of that will play Boston, and I could just see Boston beating both of those teams in the Eastern Conference Finals. Out west, I like Wemby. He needs to get stronger. You're seeing it now. I think he's probably a year or two away from really making his mark in the playoffs. He does need to get stronger.
Two is crazy, Will. 2 years is crazy. I give you a
I
year,
mean,
boy. 2 is crazy, boy.
Nah,
Yeah, I
too
mean,
often. Crazy.
he had to get stronger, bro. I mean, it depends on what he does this offseason. If he put in the work
Stronger,
this
bro.
offseason,
I don't
and he
think
plays the
stronger
right
got nothing
way,
to do with it.
I do. It's showing, bro. It's clear.
It's only so much bigger he can get at 7'5", man. Them dudes can't carry that much weight. They really
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, relative to his size, he can put on some more weight. It'd be good. Like I don't think he needs to be
that, bro.
Embiid or Greg Oden, like heavy like that. I think his
He
body
can't
type,
be.
I think his
Yeah, I don't
body
think it's
type, relative to his size, his height, he can fill out like a KD or Giannis. And I always go back to Giannis because I think that's a good
With
comp.
the cherry game.
Giannis with a jump shot.
I think Giannis is too much weight. I think KD would probably be the biggest you can go with him.
Yeah.
Because the tall guys, they have problems like with on their knees and the grind of the 82 game season. They can't do that for as many years as somebody that's 6'5" or something. Those were like Yao Ming problems. Those were Sean Bradley problems. So I'm
I hear you, Titan. I see
he's a better athlete. Wembanyama is a better athlete than those guys, sure. But I still feel like the height, like it's a way you have to approach people that are that tall if you want them to last for a long time. And I think keeping his weight down and keeping how much weight that he's, you know what I'm saying, he's running on is a key to
our
that.
boy Titan with you. He with you, MrBlaq.
But then if you keep that weight down, what's going to change between what he's doing now? Because he's getting pushed around right now. So
well, he's still not his best offensively. He still has some things to figure out with what kind of offensive player he is. Defensively, I'm with you. I don't know how much more he could do. He can just be more consistent, you know. But offensively, I still think he has a ways to go with how he can use his size. I don't think he's ever going to be Shaq in the paint where he's going to be backing guys down. But what can you do? What can you do with a dude that's 7'5" who gets to a certain spot around the rim and just rise above you and shoot? Well, imagine if he got the sky hook, if he adapted something like that from Kareem at 7'5". I'm just saying there are different things he could do. I think offensively to make his game more consistent and better. I don't think necessarily weight that's what he needs. Just think, understanding the game more and figuring out himself more.
Well, hell, based on what he did in game one, when he played the full game, I don't know what else he need to do offensively. He scored.
I've heard a lot of analysts say that offensively his IQ is already there, so he sees the defense and he knows what to do with the defense. So
he's still 22 though. He's just giving him figuring things out, figuring people out. One of the things they revere LeBron for being is not only knowing the game, but knowing the personnel, knowing the coaches. So I'm saying just things like that to where he's figuring out the NBA more. He's figuring out his teammates. He's figuring out the coaching staff, other players in the league, and how to approach it offensively. Give him time for all those things. And like I said, I still think he got some moves that he could do that'll make him unstoppable. Because Wemby, we don't know it. Like, he could get to the rim, right? Cool. But what's his unstoppable move? You know, I think if you give a guy that's 7'5" an unstoppable move, it's lights out for everybody. So I'm still waiting on that development.
Yeah, I think, like I said, give him another 10, 15, 20, 10 to 20 pounds. I don't think that's going to hurt him.
No, 10, but I don't think 10 is going to make or break him either way.
I don't think 20 would make or break him. Like, that's his frame, that's his stature. He's not going to get.
That's my point. I don't think he gets swole, but I think like putting some more weight on him.
Yeah,
is
will help keep him sturdy.
I just think you got to be careful with. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing that he couldn't use some more weight. I'm just saying he has to be careful because of how tall he is.
That's fair.
So my pick would be, I'm going to jump out the window a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going the Knicks.
Really?
Okay. Yo, I like that.
I'm going the Knicks in the East. I think Boston is consistent, but I just think like when a team is knocking on the door all the time, like the Knicks have been, eventually they're gonna get in. They're gonna get in. So I'm gonna go Knicks, and I just don't think that nobody in the West can run with OKC. Like that team can run all game long. So I'm going to say Knicks and OKC. OKC go back to back.
My only thing with your Knicks, I get you knocking on the door, but that's if you got people that are growing. I don't see the growth with them.
I agree with that, T-John. I
don't see the growth in they star players. That's my issue with them. Like,
that's what I think. They're a Giannis away. I think this offseason, you send Karl Anthony Towns to Milwaukee, and you give me Giannis and whatever anybody else is not
traded for him.
That's kind of what I'm saying too. BG.
They already
I'm
traded
like,
for who?
I feel like you trading one for the other. Like,
Yeah, like you traded.
Yeah. So
yeah.
wait. Hold on. Let's get something understood.
here we
Y'all
go.
wouldn't take Giannis over Karl Anthony Towns right now? What y'all want to tell me?
I get you.
I don't know. That's a big of an upgrade.
In a heartbeat.
There you go.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Y'all too though. Y'all wouldn't take.
No. I'm
I'm
partially
not
agreeing
saying
with-
I wouldn't, but I don't think that's much big of an upgrade.
You
There we
crazy.
go.
I think so.
BGezy, you
That's what I'm
crazy,
saying.
boy.
That's what I'm
You
saying. It's
crazy.
Y'all,
How? Because
y'all
he
do
don't shoot
realize
the ball.
Giannis is a former defensive player of the year,
Thank
former
you. Talk
MVP,
to him.
and he won a
Talk to
championship
him.
ring.
check this
Talk
out.
to him.
Anthony Towns
Okay.
ain't got none of that on
Big
his
Will.
resume.
Big Will. Notice what you just said. Former.
Well,
Yeah,
how
but
he
that's
gonna
not too
do
long
all
away.
that?
It's not like it was 5
been
10
hurt.
years away.
He's been injury prone.
He not the same player.
He's been injury prone.
How? Thank you. That's another thing. Thank you. Tate. Look,
Facts. He don't.
I agree
he's
with
not
that.
even a real big man.
I
And
agree
he's
with that.
Cat isn't. He's just
But
tall.
here's my other
But
question.
he got better range.
Here's my
I
question
don't
for you
care
though.
about the range. I got Brunson and other people to shoot threes.
But no,
I
here's
need
my
somebody with
Bro,
low.
he be coming clutch with that
I
range.
need low post scoring.
No,
They don't have any low
no.
post
Here,
scoring.
I got
That's
two
what I
questions
need.
for you though. Two questions. Is Giannis gonna be available? Yes,
Yes.
How much of an upgrade? And
Yo,
then how much are you winning with him? Are you gonna end up in the same spot conference finals?
I don't
Hey,
need them to
games
win
that
more
you
regular
have.
season games. I don't need them to win more regular season games. I need them to win more playoff games.
I'm out.
Let
That's
me
all I'm
ask y'all
talking
this.
about.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
not worried about the regular
Brun-
season. You in the
Brunson-
East. You in the East.
Brunson
I
and
ain't worried about
Giannis.
that.
Brunson
Let me
and
ask you
Giannis
this.
is taking that team.
I'm talking
further.
specific. I'm talking specifically about the playoffs. That's all I'm talking about.
Which
If you get Giannis, are you going past the conference finals?
Hold on, Big Will. Hold on.
Yes.
So
Are you going
Big
past
Will-
it?
So we already answered your question by saying the man won the finals without somebody as good as Jalen Brunson. What else do
That's
you need to say?
previously. I'm talking about right now.
What you mean previously? It's the same player.
how long ago do you think that was?
No,
bro?
it's
not.
not.
What are you
No,
talking
How long
about?
ago do you think that was?
You act like
How
that
long
was-
ago do you think
you
that
act like
was?
that wasn't 5 years ago. That's a 5-year difference. What have you done for me lately?
He's still in
You've
his
been
prime
hurt.
though. He's
He's
still
been
in his
injury
prime.
prone.
What have the Milwaukee Bucks done to get him some help? Other
You
than
was right the
Damian
first
Lillard?
time, ducks. Because that's what they've been playing
What
like.
have they
ducks.
done? What have they done? You can't put
Bad
the
coaching.
whole failing situation of the Bucks on
I'm
Giannis.
not.
That's
I'm
what
not,
you're
but at the
doing.
same time, he's been hurt. So what are we talking
Every
about?
player go through some injuries, bro. He ain't
Hey,
injury prone. He's
hold
just
on.
You
got
act like
some
he's still the
injuries.
same player he was 5 years ago.
You're
I
not.
don't think he is?
ain't seen nothing to say he not.
You don't think he nowhere close? You don't think he's nowhere close to what he was?
No, I don't think he's that close to what
Okay,
I don't think he's
wait,
that close either,
and
bro.
what-
I don't. I
And
don't.
what have y'all seen on the court that make that? I'm confused. What have y'all seen on the court?
His
Okay, so let me-
availability.
He's very
His
sporadic.
availability. How many
He's
games has
He time.
he
Let me
missed?
Bro,
tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
you
Hold
do
on, hold on.
understand.
His games. His games. Since 2020. 63, 61, 67, 63, 73, 67, and this year was the only year he was hurt, was 36.
So where the injury prone
Availability is
at?
not a problem.
Where is the injury prone
That's
at,
not a
T
problem,
Tom?
bro.
Where is that, T Tom? Since you were so adamant that he just been where is that?
Again. When was he hurt? The end of the season. The key time when you needed him for the
They
playoffs.
held him
That's
out
true.
this year,
That
bro.
was because when they
held him
went
out
out,
this
you
year,
was
bro.
like, hold on, nah, I'm answering the question. Nah, I got you. They went and got Lillard. He wasn't available for the damn playoffs when Lillard was there. He wasn't
Lillard wasn't
available.
available. Lillard wasn't available.
Facts.
Yes,
Yeah, you got a
Lillard
point
was.
there, bro.
And that's not, don't get
What
me
are you
started on
talking
Damian
about,
Lillard.
bro?
either.
Lillard got hurt in the playoffs.
You
Which
talking
he
about
did.
Giannis
one
wasn't.
year. Lillard tore his ACL. You talking about 1 year, bro.
Bro,
There has
Let's be-
been no drop off from Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court. He's still
So-
every bit the defensive force and the offensive force. So saying like acting like he James Harden from Houston to James Harden now is crazy. It's the same player. You
No,
subbing
he
him
not.
for Karl Anthony Towns, who's not the player.
I
Giannis
agree
is.
with you. It's an upgrade, but I don't feel like
it's that much.
okay. Are you gonna win a championship? That I can't.
He already won a championship. He
Points
already
per
won
game.
one.
Points
But-
per game since 2020. 29.5, 28, 29.9, basically 30, 31.1, 30.4, 30.4. The dude
Where's drop off
he
at?
affects women.
Where is
I don't
the
know what
drop
y'all.
off at?
I don't know what y'all
Hold
think.
on. I'm gonna say this.
Also, which
Tripping.
one affects winning more? This is what I'm going to ask. Which one affects winning more? Giannis or Carl Anthony
Giannis.
Towns?
It's not even a question.
I said I agree with y'all for that point. I
Yeah.
still
No.
don't say.
But
I'm
you're
gonna make a
talking
point.
about it's
Go ahead,
not
BGezy.
much of a.
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna make a
BGezy.
point that y'all ain't making.
Go ahead, BG.
Giannis is a liability when it comes to the free throw line in close games. Giannis is a liability when it comes to outside shooting. So when you think about the playoffs, when you have close games, you got your best player, you want to put him at the line, and you're scared that he might not make both free throws, or we're down by 3. Giannis is not a factor because all he's going to do is go to the hole and cut the game to 1.
Or
Right.
he can draw a foul.
So was Shaq. Shaq was also a bad free throw shooter.
Yeah, but
But
Shaq
you ain't
is
gonna
a
tell me you're
animal.
gonna take him. You ain't
Come
gonna
on,
tell me
man.
you ain't gonna take him.
Come on. We talking about apples
Giannis
and
a better.
oranges here.
Giannis, no, we're not. Giannis a better outside scorer than Shaq was, and they figured that out.
But
They figured it
Giannis
out
ain't a
the
better
first
player than
time.
Shaq.
They figured it out the first time with
But is
Giannis
Giannis a better
being a
player than
bad free throw
Shaq?
shooter.
Is he
It's
better player than Shaq?
different. It's different. They
No.
both
No,
dominant.
y'all
It's
break.
different.
Y'all make this comparison.
No, he's not a better player.
No.
But
Free
he's a
throws is
better
the only
player than
thing we're
anybody on the
comparing.
Knicks.
Free throws is the only thing we was comparing with Shaq and Giannis. Giannis is a dominant force on the offensive and defensive side.
At
Cat
times.
is at
all
times
the time.
when.
All
At
the
times,
time.
bro.
What are you talking about? Like
At times, man.
I must have been under a rock. I'm trying to figure out where the Giannis. I don't understand
At
where you're
Again.
coming
times, man.
from.
The man a
What have
liability
y'all
sometimes.
Again,
He-
Hey, this is
29,
why it's a
28,
hey,
29,
listen when I
31,
say
30,
this.
30, 30.
You know
why
what?
it's a
Maybe
team.
on a
It's
different
a team.
team, right?
It's
But
a
he didn't hit his
team.
peak with Milwaukee. They're not going nowhere else.
No, it's a team, bro.
It's not because of him, though. It's not because
No,
of him.
it's not because of
We
him.
didn't say it was. I'm not
He need to
saying
get
that.
out of there
He do. Facts.
in order to better his career.
If he bad at free throw shooting, BGezy, then you just get players to offset that 3-point
He is
shooting. I
much
mean,
more of a threat
if you
getting
get 3-point shooting,
Yes,
you get.
yes, Bolden.
I don't care about him being a liability on the free throws. He's gonna play defense and he's gonna score 30 points a game. We can't even get consistency from Karl Anthony Towns. Sometimes he looked like he that guy, and sometimes he looked like he a guy. So I'm
You're
going
right.
to go get Giannis because I know what I'm getting from Giannis every time he get on the court. And if I pair that with Jalen Brunson, and if I ain't got to give up everything to get Giannis, like if I can keep me an OG Anunoby or keep me a Miles Bridges, one of them guys to pair with that, I can go fill out the rest of the roster. But
I'm
around
agree
Karl
with
Anthony
T-Time.
Towns,
I don't think Giannis the same player he was 5 years ago.
but y'all ain't told me.
Based off
Big
of
Will
what?
just gave y'all the stats, man. What is
Based
Yeah,
off
I
of
And I
heard.
told you my reason. I still feel like them injuries don't stop.
No,
So I
He
get what
just
you're
told you
saying.
the man. This is the most time he missed this year. What are you
Notice,
talking
but
about?
notice it's growing though. So he done
right.
missed this whole year.
What
So
have you
that's gonna
done for
get
me
better.
lately?
That's gonna get better.
I need y'all to understand the business of basketball. They
I
have
need
been
you to
trying
understand
to trade
injuries
this
as you
man.
get older.
They've been trying to trade
As
this
you get
man
older.
since last summer, and I have not been able to work out something. So if you're trying to trade you and we're bad, this is a draft that everyone is saying has a lot of talent in it. No, I don't want you to come back, Giannis, and play because we're not going to do anything this year. Had it not been for that, he would have played more games. But they purposely wanted to keep the man out. He been wanting to play. So this is not like he didn't had an injury that kept him out all year. He was ready to go. And had they had a team good enough, they would be in the playoffs right now. But they didn't. So that's not on Giannis. I don't understand
Okay,
when the drop
I'm
off
not.
is
I'm
at.
not put on him. But let me ask you this: what other team do you think he could go to and make an immediate impact other than New York in the East?
Whatever team needs a power forward, BGezy. Any team that needs a power forward. What team don't want an offensive and defensive force on their team? I don't understand. Y'all ain't like he a 3-point specialist or something, and he got to go to a specific team to fit in. No, wherever he go, he's gonna be that defensive player and the same offensive player. Giannis is a person you run the offense through. He's not a cog.
What up,
He is.
I don't think you do, bro.
T-Time and BGezy. What team in the NBA? How many teams or what teams in the NBA could Giannis go to and not start?
He don't start on every team, but what I'm saying is, what team can he go to? And you say they're immediate championship threat if it's not the Knicks.
Every one of them. Every one of them.
Let me say this. You can't send them to Washington. I think they're also a championship team. No, it has to be a team that has something on there. Out of these teams in the playoffs, you can put them on any team in there.
You see what I did there?
He'll make them championship contenders, not favorites, but contenders.
Yeah. So
if you
what
put
you
him
made
on
my
Spurs,
point for me, he's a good player, which all good players do their thing. But I think that he needs more around him than most people in his position.
BGezy. You know who he won the championship with the Bucks when they won the championship?
Chris Middleton. Who was their point guard?
Drew Holiday.
Drew.
He made the difference.
Now name somebody else outside of Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton.
Hey man, that's all I can remember.
Exactly. So I'm saying, what is it that y'all need to see? He done won with minimum talent, being the best player on the court.
But he hasn't. He haven't won. Okay, this is my thing, right? Consistency. Have you consistently made those runs with that same team? He got there. Hey, they had a good year, but how close has he been back since then?
That's the organization, BGezy. He got
no, it's the same organization he won with.
He got to have a coach. He got to have a roster and a coach, bro. They traded Drew Holiday to get Damian Lillard. Now I get it. I'm not sitting here saying that I wouldn't have made the same trade at the possibility because you're hoping that's gonna work. I get it, but they the one who messed up the team. They the one who broke up the squad they had. We didn't even get a chance to see them really run it back because they broke up the team.
And
then they fired the coach. They got them the
player. Can you?
That's how this works, right?
What single player can you say can make a difference like that? That you think Giannis should make?
Like right now, you trade him to another team.
No, I'm saying other than Giannis, you say Giannis needs so much around him, he can't do it by himself. What player are you thinking of that's in the NBA right now that can do that?
That can do it by themselves
and just take a team and be a championship contender.
I say you could put Shea. You could put Shea on most teams, and he can take them
to what? To the playoffs or to the finals?
Finals. Yeah, I think you could put Shea on a lot of teams.
Shea over Giannis is what you're saying.
I would take Shea over Giannis. Yes.
Hey man, all right.
Right now.
See,
because he's younger, he's more diverse.
I give you that. He's younger,
and he's more diverse. Bro, right now in this NBA that we play in, and this is what we was debating about Wemby so much. Wemby can shoot the ball. Wemby can shoot free throws, and Wemby can pull up for threes. The fact that Giannis can't do that, he has to have those type of people around him. He's not that guy.
He don't need to be that guy.
He does, man. No, he needs to have those guys around him.
He don't need to be a shooter.
But that's the point, though. He can't shoot like that, but he's still impacting the league like that.
He is.
He's still a perennial MVP candidate.
Big Will.
He's still averaging 30 points a game.
Averaging 30. Okay, that's what I thought. He averaging 30. What do we need to go shoot threes for? He don't need to.
Because this is without it. Listen, it's gonna get times in these playoff games where you down and you gonna need people to shoot you back in these games.
He got Brunson. He got other players that they'll have.
But he can't do it.
They're gonna have to give up to get
He don't need to. Karl Anthony Towns don't barely do that.
Karl Anthony Towns will hit some big shots for you.
Hey, you
wait,
wrong
who say?
too.
Okay, wait a minute. I would take Shea over Giannis. Thank you.
Yeah, you wrong too. No, I'm not taking Shea as a player.
Mr.
No,
Black.
this is what I'm saying.
Do you watch basketball?
You're trying to make it seem like, first of all, you're trying to make it seem like that Giannis isn't the player that he is. You could put him on any roster in the NBA, and the
Sure.
team is going to be significantly better. No, he doesn't
I
make
say that.
Here's
every.
my thing. Here's my thing,
No,
Mr. Black.
hold on,
I'm
let me
not
finish my
saying they
point.
wouldn't
Can I
be
finish
better.
my point? Can I finish
Go
my
ahead.
point first?
Go ahead.
So
I
I'm not
thought you already
saying
did.
he's going to make
Woo.
every team significantly better. That's first off. Not a lot of players are going to make each team they go on significantly better. But when you throw him with Jalen Brunson, who has been lacking somebody that's going to ride with him, this is why they traded for Karl Anthony Towns, because Julius Randle wasn't doing it. Now you
Right.
get Julius Randle, and now you get Karl Anthony Towns, and he's not consistently doing it. All he needs is a consistent second person to be able to shoulder the load. I think we all can say on this panel that Jalen Brunson has still been the person, the go-to guy for the Knicks, even with
Yep.
Karl Anthony Towns being there. If you
Yep.
put Giannis in that same situation, you truly have either or situation. It can either be Giannis or Jalen Brunson, depending on what the situation is. Like you said, if it's a lot of threes, no, he's not going to be able to shoot a lot of threes. But you got Brunson, you got other players. But he going to make sure that you ain't getting your ass whooped. Karl Anthony Towns ain't doing that. Boys is
Well, I
doing
wouldn't
what
go
they
that
doing
far
in the league.
because look where they're at now.
Look who at them.
Milwaukee.
They don't have nothing, bro.
You say
You
he
gotta
gonna make
have
sure.
something.
No, listen. You say he gonna make sure that they're not getting their ass
In
whooped.
that situation, if you trade him for Karl Anthony
I
Towns,
don't. You
he's
can't
going to
say
make
that,
sure they're
man.
not getting their ass whooped. Yeah, I
Because
can say that.
okay, so
I've
you
seen
look
it.
at how the NBA is set up. Cleveland could go on a barrage of threes. Boston could go on a barrage of threes, right? Detroit, even Orlando, with the minimal talent they got, you can't just depend on a big man who slash and cut to the hole to keep you in the game against this NBA.
I'm gonna
That's
say
why
this
they
and be
haven't been
done.
back to the finals in 5 years, bro.
This is my last.
The league
No, I'm
have
gonna say this and be
evolved
done.
from big man slashing, posting up to now Wemby is the standard. If you ain't a big man doing what Wemby doing, what are you doing?
Wemby is an alien, BGezy. There's only one Wemby. They can't be the
Right.
standard.
But
You're not
look,
gonna get a B. You're not gonna get a Wemby.
listen, Jokic
But
shoot threes, right?
I'm gonna say
Embiid
this and be
shoot
done.
threes, right?
I'm gonna say this and be done.
Carl Anthony Towns is an outside guy. He shoot. What I'm telling
say
you, Giannis is a one-dimensional player on a team that he needs a whole bunch of sides to be successful.
Every roster needs to be constructed around the talent. You're not saying nothing. Each team has their own set of superstars.
But they're not going to construct a roster around him, bro.
Yes,
he's going to have to go to a team and try to fit in what they're doing. He's too old to build around.
BGezy not saying that. What you got to say?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, to end this, bro. I agree with y'all. They'll be better. My issue is how much.
Not much.
It's how much further would you go?
Yeah.
I can't necessarily say even with Giannis, they make the finals, even out of the East. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all make no sense about a player that's already won a championship in recent history. That makes no sense, but let's move on. That won't make no sense.
It's the truth, Mr. Black.
Let's move on to the next topic. We're gonna stay on it. We're gonna stay on this the whole show.
Next topic is y'all know we got a big thing tomorrow. NFL draft, first round.
Yep.
Start tomorrow. So, Mr. Black, you know we Cowboys fan. We got two
for
picks.
Sure.
I've been hearing analysts talking about we might trade up. What you think about that? I'm not feeling that. I hope we stay where we
at. No. Listen, man.
Go ahead.
If the Cowboys, because look, I watch college football somewhat, but I'm not a college football guru, so I don't know all the talent. But if the Cowboys have done their scout and they evaluating and they feel like
which they've been drafted they hit on a lot lately. They've been drafted pretty nice.
As far as this draft, if they have looked at it and saying we don't feel like at 12 and 20 they're going to be two starters, then I say make your but you're noisy as hell over there. I say make your trade to get the one impact starter. And yeah, hold on, I was playing, but okay, cool. All right, so make the trade to get you the impact starter you need. So if that's Sonny Styles, cool.
I've been hearing
Go
about
up and
him
get him.
or Arvell Reese. I
Or
don't know.
Arvell Reese. But
I
if
don't
it's
know if I
not
could trade
that,
both of them.
I know. See, I'm with you. I don't want to do that. But I'm saying if the only reason I would say do it if they don't feel like there are two impact starters at 12 and at 20.
20.
If you look at it and say by 20, there's not gonna be nobody there we feel like can come in right away. Yeah, on defense, okay, cool. But if there is, let's stay pat. I like Sonny Styles, but I don't want to give up both the picks. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
now,
saying? To get them. I would rather get two defensive guys with those first two picks.
I agree with that.
That's me.
Big Will, what about your team? Where y'all drafted? What you think about y'all's?
They drafted late in the first round, 25. I don't think they're gonna move up or down, nothing like that. And they got a lot of needs, bro. I've seen,
y'all done lost a lot of defense, a lot.
Yeah, so that's why I see most mocks is them taking a defensive tackle, or a safety, which again they could use. They did sign Kobe Bryant to start as a safety. They probably will get another one in the draft. So that's the main two positions I've seen. They also need a left tackle on the offensive end. So yeah, those are the needs. That's what they're gonna probably look at. Probably can use a back. They need use a backup corner. They could use a backup center because they just traded for one as probably a short-term option. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of. I'm trying to see where they're gonna go. I mean, either way it goes, I trust that front office. Trust Ben Johnson. Trust Ryan Poles. So whatever they do, I know they're gonna make it work.
BGezy, yo Eagles. I know your GM. He probably already calling folks and all kinds of stuff. He be moving. He be
draft day trade. AJ Brown.
Hey, if AJ Brown leaves, first let's address that. AJ Brown, hell of a talent. I just think that the drama that comes with it get old after a while when you're not producing. So, the drop passes didn't help him. They brought in Hollywood Brown and another receiver, which it's nice to have big targets, somebody you can, lean on. But I think that AJ Brown is not really a super hot commodity like that right now because the way our team is structured, he got other deep threats that he can go to. As far as the draft, we need a lot of help in the secondary, at corner, safety, and linebacker. So I haven't really scouted a lot of the players like y'all, but I'm hoping that, we can get some prospects and some good young people that come in and make an immediate impact in that, because I think we're straight on the line. Linebackers are decent. I know we lost a couple. I think we lost a linebacker and we lost another corner or safety, but the line is straight. Quarterback and safety area, we need some help.
Okay.
Did y'all lose?
I think Blankenship left.
He left?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe he left. And N'Kobe Dean left.
I know. I remember him. I saw him.
Yeah, he was like a top linebacker.
That's kind of a big loss. I liked his game, bro.
That's a big loss.
Man, but when you look at it, it's a business. You're not going to keep everybody every year.
That's
once them guys win a Super Bowl, they want to go somewhere and get paid. So we should see. It should be an interesting draft. I'm just hoping, Howie Roseman has proved himself as one of the top GMs in football with the ability to take risks and make trades.
Yeah. AJ Brown not going tomorrow though. He going June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st. No.
June 1st.
He going. But the thing is, you draft at that position.
He going to the Patriots. They already said it's likely that.
Yeah.
And unless something crazy happen, but he going to the Patriots.
Listen, I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm a football fan. And I think that's a good fit for their team with that young quarterback in order to give him a go-to guy. But here's the thing about people like him. and I'm a big T.O. fan. I think T.O. one of the top 5 receivers I ever seen play football. He's gonna take the same issues he was having in Philadelphia to New England.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so because it's not about winning with him. This man won the Super Bowl and said either the same day or shortly after that he thought it was going to be more fulfilling in him winning the Super Bowl because he didn't win a certain way that it wasn't fulfilling for him. So in New England, we know they don't have a number 1 receiver. And if AJ Brown is still the receiver, because I ain't really seen him be that in 5 years, and I know how T Tom and BGezy feel about 5 years that window. So I ain't really seen him be dominant, you know what I'm saying, in that amount of time. But if he's still that same receiver, then I would say that the Patriots are getting a big come up. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know because he's been limited with Jalen Hurts.
So let me ask you this, right? Every year that he was there, Eagle had a winning record, right?
Right.
A lot of the games that the Eagle were winning, he was complaining about not getting the ball. We could win 28-6, and he would say I only had 3 targets. So he's not a team player. He's an individual. You even said he won a Super Bowl. Hey, I didn't think it would feel that way. So you go to New England, where the best team in the division, you go into the best team in the division, but chances are Buffalo is going to be on your neck next year. You're going to be playing in a lot of cold weather games, which is cold in Philadelphia, but it's a different cold in New England. You're going to be playing against a lot of people who coming at your neck because you was a Super Bowl champion, and we know how that runs. The Super Bowl team and champions, one of them don't make it back the next year. So imagine the way he complained in Philadelphia when you winning and making the playoffs, and then you don't even make it the next year, because chances are New England is not going back to the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, he going to familiar coaching, like Mike Vrabel already had. So I think
How'd that work
Mike
out?
Vrabel. Well, I mean, the Titans.
That's part of the reason the Eagles wanted him.
How'd that work out for him with Mike Vrabel?
No, they had some playoff years where they was good. They did. But I'm saying Mike Vrabel already knows who AJ Brown is, more so than anybody, because he's had an up close and personal look at him. So he wouldn't be trying to get him if he didn't think he could deal with the diva that he is. Because there's some diva there, but with receivers, there's always damn near a diva aspect. Because they just they get in the glory position, the highlight position. That you're gonna shine, you getting the ball, you get to score touchdowns. So I get it, but I'm saying I don't think that's gonna be an issue because he's going to a team that's going to be a contender to make deep playoff runs, and he's going to be the number 1 receiver on that team. So I think on the short term, we don't know until it play out, right? But in the short term, I think you're addressing everything that he had concerns with. I think he's going to feel better about Drake May as a passing quarterback, and he's going to feel good about being the number 1 receiver on the team that just made it to the Super Bowl. So I don't think they're going to have to worry about anything with A.J. Brown unless it's money. I think, he's already getting his money. So if it's not that, I think he'll be a model citizen with the New England Patriots.
I hope you're right. But from what I see from New England over the time I watched them, they have never been a team that highly depend on one receiver. They're a team by committee.
Well, that's Bill Belichick. That's Bill Belichick.
Even last year, Stephon Diggs was a star receiver. You didn't see him get the ball like that.
I see Stephon Diggs, to me, I don't think is the same as A.J. Brown.
No,
I think
A.J.
Brown was complaining that I'm still this guy and I'm not getting the ball. Stephon Diggs, we know, has declined from his Minnesota Buffalo Bill days. He's not that same receiver. We're going to see that with A.J. Brown with New England if he's still the same receiver. But right now, we're still under the assumption that he is. So if he is, he's an upgrade over Stephon Diggs. So I'm not looking at that the same.
Okay, let's see. Time will tell, like you said.
Yeah, we'll see.
Don't take 5 years.
Because we know a lot can change in 5 years, man. Y'all
Amen.
boys crazy.
Trying
Y'all
to tell
boys
you.
crazy at that
You ain't
time.
like people don't
Y'all
age.
crazy.
Right.
So
Are you the
what-
same? Are you the same
I-
now that you was 5 years ago?
Hey,
Come on now.
hey, is James Harden and Kevin Durant still giving boys buckets at 37 and 38?
Nah, that's
Yeah, they give
Yeah,
me
they
work.
is. They still giving boys buckets.
But you know what?
Giannis,
And I
But
ain't even
Giannis,
go
look
way
at
off the
KD
topic.
can't handle a double team now though.
Giannis is only 32. And KD is also in a situation to where he's the only offensive threat from the perimeter really on the team.
Yeah,
Like who else is really there besides him? That's what they
nobody.
brought him there for. That's why they needed a point guard. So I'm not
Yeah.
looking at that the same. If I'm LeBron James and I feel like this is one of the last few opportunities I have to play playoff basketball, old ass Kevin Durant and just Kevin Durant ain't finna beat me. No, sorry, it's not happening. Nah.
But he's still great as he was 5 years
Oh,
ago.
he's still giving
That's what
boys
you're telling me.
buckets.
See,
He's
so you
still
like
giving
people
boys
don't age.
buckets.
So you
He still is Giannis and Kevin Durant the same age? I thought Giannis was younger. Because at
Nah.
it's
32,
still 5 years difference.
because
It
at
don't
32, I'm
matter.
pretty sure Kevin Durant was still giving boys that work to the third degree at 32. I'm sure he was. So I don't know why y'all think Giannis, because he missed a few games this year, all of a sudden he can't be the player he been. It's the
Yeah, that's
crazy boy.
Hey, we will see.
Y'all
We will
wow.
see.
Y'all
We
wow,
will see.
boy.
But
Y'all
hey,
some
Big
wild
Will,
boys.
what you watching, man? What you watching, bro?
What I'm watching this week is something new that
Giannis go
actually
to
came
the
out.
Knicks. My bad, Big Will. My bad, bro. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
What I'm watching this week is something new that came out on Netflix.
Okay.
It's one of those Untold series about the
Ah,
jailbreak. Portland
okay,
Trail, the
okay. I
jailbreak.
need to check that out.
Yeah, I watched it the other day, man. It was pretty good. I remember, growing up and watching it as it happened live.
Yeah.
But it just kind of went into a little more detail, of course. You forget things. It was in the early 2000s when all this went down. So
Mm-hmm.
forgot a lot of the details that happened. It mainly focused on three players: Rasheed Wallace, Bonzi Wells, and Damon Stoudemire. But it was pretty good. It kind of a lot of good details, a lot of things you may have forgotten or didn't even know it in the first place. Kind of talked about them starting over that franchise, then them having some success, and then the trouble they got into,
Yeah.
which in my opinion, really wasn't that bad to earn that name. Yeah, they got into a lot of trouble, but I mean, I don't want to give it away because it's a
Yeah,
good
I
watch.
seen it. I seen it too, Big Will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so a
yeah.
lot of stuff like the Damon Stoudemire thing, getting set up in his house and all that stuff. So
Yeah, right.
it was a good watch. Like I said, if you like sports, if you like basketball, you'll enjoy this.
All
I
right.
think it was mid, man. I think it was mid. Not to knock your pick, but it's only mid to me, and not how they presented it, not how it was done. That's well done. It's Netflix, so I expect it to be that. But I don't think they had enough story for that documentary. To be honest with you, it's like
Okay.
the team wasn't even good enough to really care like that. Like the highlight of the documentary to me is when they lost to the Lakers. When the
The
Lakers
first
came back
time,
on them the first time, right? Because the next year they just like
yeah, they
dissipate,
swept.
But the
Yeah.
first year when they played the Lakers and that was a series, that was the most interesting basketball point about it. So to me, this team was never fascinating enough to do a
The
documentary
whole
on.
documentary on it.
I just think that Jailblazers is a nice, it's a nice catchy headline. And like Will said, there were some things that I didn't know, like about Damon Stoudemire, about because social media wasn't the beast that it is now, then. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
you didn't just see everything strolling on your phone. So because of that, there was some things that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But I just think that it didn't need to be a doc. They could have kept that one. It was mid to me.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of puts you in the mindset. I mean, it gave me an insight into the mindset of the GM, why he kept changing the roster so much, because I didn't realize he changed the roster that much. So it was interesting to see it from that point of view, at least his mindset on why he made all these changes. I thought, like I said, I thought it was a good watch. It's definitely worth checking out if you're an NBA fan, a basketball fan, especially if you remember that era and that team back then. It's worth watching.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, y'all got any closing remarks? Anything y'all got
y'all
going?
take on Giannis not being the same player is the craziest shit that I didn't heard all week. I can't believe me
See,
and
that's
Big
why you
Will was
tune
the
in. That's
only
why you
two
here.
people.
That's
We
why
was the
you here.
only two people that had some sense about Giannis today. BGezy, I'm disappointed in you. I didn't know you for years. I'm disappointed that was your take on Giannis because I know you know more basketball than that.
And just to kind of, I had to do this. I'm a stat guy. I had to go back and check.
Yes.
Karl Anthony Towns ain't no shooter, bro. He shoots about 40% from a 3-point shooter. He takes 5, so he makes like 1 or 2 per game. So that's not a 3-point shooter that you would think of. If you think about a 3-point shooter. Giannis could probably make that a game.
He probably could.
He can make one of them for sure.
So it's not that much of a difference. Mid range, okay, but he's more of a scoring threat than Karl Anthony Towns. And
Karl Anthony Towns ain't never averaged what Giannis have he? Have he hit 30 yet? Have Karl Anthony Towns ever averaged 30?
Karl Anthony Towns not even close. The most points Karl Anthony Towns has averaged was 26 points. 26.
Yeah, get out, miss me with this, man.
And he only played in 35 games that year.
Somebody with a 3-point skill set
less games than
still
Giannis,
averaging 4-5 points less than Giannis, who won an MVP. Y'all boys talking about, is it a trade up? Is they gonna win more games? Boy, y'all crazy as hell out here, boy. Y'all is wild, boy. What's wrong with y'all? T-John, I know you've been sick. We're gonna get you drug tested in the meantime. BGezy ain't been able to get all work enough. Look, you got the Modelo, and y'all been tripping. I ain't know that. I give y'all grace now because y'all boys tripping. But absolutely, Giannis over Cat, but Shea over. Ain't nobody, man. Look,
You did say that, bro. You asked.
No, listen. I forgot the way Will framed it. I think it was if you put him on any team. So what I'm saying with that point is Shea, because he's a younger star, I get taking him over Giannis in that way. I'm not saying that I'm gonna take Shea in that scenario and I'm not taking Giannis because I think Giannis as a scoring threat on offense and as a defensive stalwart that he is, that if you put him on damn near any team that has a playoff roster, they're contending now. I think you can say the same with Shea. Neither one of them is going to a Brooklyn Nets and making them a championship contender as is. But if you have something to work with, I think both of those guys can equally impact the team the same way. Because
it's all about context. I think what me and T-Time was saying, I'm not saying I would take Karl Anthony Towns over Giannis. But what we're saying now, I think I speak for both of us, bringing Giannis to the Knicks on that team, you're not going to tremendously improve their chances of winning the championship.
I disagree. Yeah, I disagree. Y'all answers crazy is what I think.
That's all I'm saying. I'm going to ask y'all this. There's a TMI and BGezy. In a one-on-one game, you know they got the one-on-one games going on. Who you taking, Giannis or Shea?
I'm taking Shea.
You taking what?
In a one-on-one
game?
He says he taking Shea. That's what he said.
I'm taking Shea.
Put the Modelo down.
He said Shea gonna.
They didn't slip something in your drink, brother. They didn't slip something in your drink. I know it.
You know what? You're right. They did put something in there. It's called the truth.
Why would you do that? What? 6'11" can handle the ball.
It can run right by him.
What is Shea gonna do on defense?
Hey, Mr. TMI said it too. Hey, they standing 10 toes down on that.
Hey, I know this is a tape channel, but he can be wrong. He can be wrong. He can be wrong.
Or maybe you're wrong.
No, I don't think so. I hope that bro go to the Knicks so we can revisit this conversation.
I expect for you to be in the Giannis jersey next week.
We gonna see.
I expect for you to be in the Giannis jersey next week, bro.
No, I ain't say all that.
No, but look, the way you lobbying for that man. Oh my goodness.
I think it's a significant grade over Carl Anthony Towns.
I'll take him on the
bro.
Bulls. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course you would.
Because
Hey, y'all.
if he was that important, the Wolves would have never traded him in the first place. If they felt, keep in mind, they got Julius Randle back.
Yeah, you gotta go.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna check into this draft tomorrow, man.
Hey, don't put that damn Oscar music
Hey,
on me no
check
more.
check the chat because Tate said stay. Y'all seen that?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Till next week, man. I'm MrBlaq.
Jeezy, T-Time,
Third gang. Third gang.
We'll come back with a draft recap next week, man. Thank y'all for joining us. We see y'all next week on our own
Damn Sports Show.
We out.
Go.